I've gotten a lot of DMs and comments about sharing my pocket rings. So I thought I'd film this little quick flip of my pocket rings. This is a pocket-sized Moterm. It's one of their older styles. It was available earlier this year, around December on Amazon. That's when I bought this. However, I don't think it's in stock right now, but it is available on AliExpress. If it's still available by the time I upload this, I will put a link in my description box. So let's get right into it. As I've said, this is a pocket-sized planner from Moterm. They're found on AliExpress and Amazon. They're a cheaper alternative to something like a traditional ring bound, like a Filofax, a Giglio, or a Vanderspec, but definitely some high-grade leather, and I have a ton of these. I love them. They're easy and portable to just throw in your bag. So it does come with this sort of, I guess, traveler's notebook looking feel to this one. There is a string here instead of a clasp. There is no back pocket, which I'm really missing. So I hope they bring this color back in their more traditional style. So getting right into it, I have this Scorpio AF die cut that I made based on a freebie from somebody's Instagram. I'm blanking on the name, but I can put a link down below in my description box for that as well. I have a business card if somebody were to find this, if ever I lost it on campus or in a cafe somewhere. I also have some, I guess this is like a monthly tracker insert from Peanuts Planner Co. that I never really used, but I have it set up, so I just have it in there. And I think I have also a checkbook register one that I filled out, but I'm not going to show. This is just my front dashboard with some pictures that were really inspirational, and then I've also put quotes on the back. This yearly overview for 2020 is from Peanuts Planner Co. in her yearly bundle. And then on the back of that, I made these 2 pages on Canva, just of my word for the year, which is mindful. And I really like these definitions. And then I really loved this quote, and it reads, "Mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now without wishing it were different, enjoying the pleasant without holding on when it changes, in which it will, being with the unpleasant without fearing it will always be this way, which it won't." By James Braz, and I really thought that was really fitting. And it's been a whirlwind of a year for many of us, so just thinking about being in the present and being really mindful. This is just an inbox sort of insert from SM Plans. It's a freebie in her Facebook group. I'll go ahead and link that down below as well. It's sort of falling out. And then these are my monthly inserts, which are a freebie from Peanuts Planner Co. I just sort of put paydays, very high level, important dates, such as when courses are opening, when to pick housing, etc. I don't really put tests on here. I tend to do those on my weeklies. I'm debating with doing a month on one page in my school section, but I haven't really set that up yet. And this is just a Filofax ruler that I got with one of my older Filofax pocket planners. And then this is just the current month. And I have all the way to the end of the year in here. And then I have this fold out from the Peanuts Planner Co. yearly bundle. However, I have not found a use for this, so I'm not really using it. If you know of any good things to track on here, maybe putting testing dates on here would be a good idea now that I think of it. And these are just my monthly highlights. So anything that happens for the month, you know, such as setting up my savings account, getting into something at Harvard Business School, whatever it may be. I just sort of have the whole year. I was tracking this on a horizontal box where it was 2 horizontal boxes on a page from Peanuts Planner Co. That worked out well, but then I like that this is more compact. And this is just another dashboard, or what I sort of say is like a section cover. And then I have another quote that I really loved from Pinterest on the back. And then these are my tabs, which I made using some black and white digital papers, and then making a tab and sort of merging the two together. Don't currently sell these, but if it's something you're interested in, I could maybe make a printable. And this one just says diary, and so I just have my weeklies, my week at a glance, sort of here. Yeah, I really haven't been using these as frequently, so I hope to catch up. And then I just have this tab for whatever the current week is. Another one of those sort of tabs that I made, I just mispunched it, so I made it a little bit shorter and I cut it in half, and I actually like the way that that looks, and it's really functional. This is another section cover, some more quotes. This is my today section, in which I just normally like have my dailies. And then I got this today bookmark from, I think, when those clear PVC planners from Amazon were really the hype. I have that from there, but you can always find rulers like this on Amazon. I'll be sure to link to these down below as well. These are a new weekly fold-out insert from Peanuts Planner Co. that she had teased a while ago on her Instagram, and I really liked them. So I was thinking about using this in my daily section moving forward. I just haven't filled it out yet. This is another section cover with some quotes, and then I have a list section or tab. And then these inserts I made, it just says plan on the front in sort of this kind of classic chic serif font. And then I just have sort of just tasks I want to do, like a planning routine. So things I want to do yearly, things I want to do monthly, things I want to do weekly, things I want to do daily, and things I want to do whenever. If people would be interested in seeing how I utilize this, I could film a video on that. Just let me know down below. I also have a sort of, I guess, planner table of contents or intentions list, where I just put down, you know, my intention with this planner is that it will be minimal, chic, and functional in order for me to manage my time, collect memories, and excel in achieving my dreams. And those were sort of my, I guess, 3 overarching goals. I tend to use a pocket planner system with many covers, but the system is always pretty much the same. And then I just have basically all of what's in every one of my tabs and sections. So if you're interested in sort of how do you set up a planner, I could film a video on that and sort of how I got to this layout if people would be interested. I next up have basically a level 10 life, but I've sort of modified it to where it is basically every category of my life, things that I want to do, and then on the back, things that I don't want to do. And I just hand wrote it because it was going to be hard to fit on a pocket size page. If I typed it, I felt like. So I just have one for wellness, one for finance, one for relationships, one for personal development, one for academics, one for career. If you'd be interested in seeing more in depth, let me know down below. This is another section cover that I have. This is a tab that reads personal. This is a freebie from EO Edits that I printed out, and then and I've attached sort of like an Avery holographic tab to it. I don't really have anything on it, but I think it's like a nice bookmark just for when I'm in this section. Normally here I have the Peanuts Planner Code journaling insert, so it's nice to get to those really easily. And then on the back I just have a student group that I'm a part of on campus, and just a couple of photos and a sticker that they gave us. And then here I have my mood log, which is just another insert from the Peanuts Planner Co. bundle. And then a pain log on the back. I have scoliosis, so I like to kind of keep track of how I feel. And then this is just my cycle tracker. And then on the back of this insert, it took me forever to really think of a use for this, but I have like monthly, I guess my like top monthly project broken down into some subsections. So for January, it was just like start the year off right, you know, update your planner, get yourself together, move into your dorm, organize your dorm, connect with your friends, update your Instagram, things like that. And then here is my exercise tracker. I kind of fell off from tracking it, as well as just kind of hard to kind of get exercising, just being cooped up in the house these last couple of months, but I'm hoping to make some good use out of this for the second half of the year. Here's my passwords, which I won't show, but I just have a Peanuts Planner Co. lined page, and I just, with a Tombow, kind of go across and write out what the account is, the username, the password, and then like a password hint or like a security question. And these go all the way to the end. And then I have another section cover, some more quotes. This is my grind section, which is basically like all things academia, college, studying are kind of in here, I would say. This is actually a illustration that I made my friend, it says at the bottom, and she charged fearlessly forward, which was what she wanted. And I designed the rest of it, and she really loved it. And then I kind of resized it to just be able to pop it in here. And this is really funny, but it's a quote that my friend always says to me. And it was really sweet, but she said, like, when she's down, she thinks about what I would do. And, you know, it's just a good reminder to have in here to really think about, you know, what does my higher self want me to be doing and focusing on, and not to let little idiosyncrasies really get to you, but really to push forward. So I think that's a really positive reminder on the back of another positive quote. And then here is just a Peanuts Planner insert that I've actually kind of modified, in that I only printed one side of it, so it's blank on the other side, and then you get this fold out. And what I have sort of done is just my course schedule, so like daily intentions for the day of what I should be working on, whether that's prepping for a lab, reading lecture material, etc., what times I want to wake up, what time my classes are, when I want to eat dinner, when I want to do my homework, when I want to be getting to bed by. Nothing too rigid, just sort of a plan. And then I have sort of down here my professor's room when things weren't virtual, and the time that the classes were meeting, and then a key, and then what times their office hours are, if ever I have a question about that. And this has been really, really handy. I haven't really seen people sort of modify the inserts, but I really love this one. If you're interested in sort of a video of how I set up my planner for school, I'd be interested in filming that, so let me know. And then I just was not in class for this spring semester. I was at an extended internship through my school. So now that I'm back in class, I'm only taking 2 classes for the summer term because it's really intense. I'm taking organic chemistry and the effects of technology on neuroscience and behavior. So I just have sort of a schedule of what I want to do for each day, and then a checklist of things to get done each week, because it's not as rigid as if we were on campus and not virtually learning. And then I have a Peanuts Planner Co. horizontal insert, and I will link all the inserts that I mentioned in my setup down below. But I've sort of modified this too, to where I have split each day into, I guess, 3 columns or 3 boxes. And in the leftmost box, I put like any important events for the day. In this box, I just have like a space for each one of my classes and what my hope or intention for the day in terms of material is, and then any homework that I'm assigning to myself. And also I have just like quotes up here, anything for the next week. And then people are probably, if you're very familiar with Moterm, you're familiar with these sheets of paper that they give you. I have so many Moterms and so many pieces of this paper that I have adopted using them in this part of my planner just for like weekly to-dos for each class. So I've just sort of, it works out great because I only have 2 classes. I'm able to put, you know, class 1 and then class 2 on the back. So that's worked out really well. This is this week. I'm just, you know, instead of doing that, because I sort of, you know, knew what was expected of me, I have it written down 5 places. I opted to list out all the chapter problems this week. There was 68 of them, just for review. And then I've sort of adopted the same layout, and it's been working really well. I've actually took this from the Erin Condren planner, academic planner, but I didn't feel like buying a whole new planner. So what I opted to do was just to modify what I already had and shop my stash, so to speak. And then I have more of that Moterm paper for any notes for classes or questions that I may have in certain classes to bring up in office hours. And then I have the next section divider or cover, some more quotes. This is my socialite tab. I manage my own social media page and a business social media page. So normally I have like hashtags, what the content plan is. I just haven't sort of gotten to reassess those. So there's not anything in here, but these are by SM Plans. These are available in her Facebook group. They're just sort of half boxes. And then this is another tab. It says Inspo AF. This is the same Instagram page download that I will link below, that I showed previously as a die cut, and just says Scorpio AF. And my birthday's in November, so I'm really Scorpioed out. We have a lot of Scorpios in my family. And I thought it was really cute, so I just tucked it in here. And then I designed these myself, but it's just like my 3 to 6 month goals, being that it's 2020 and a lot of people were calling this sort of the year of vision. I went and adopted some sort of, you know, mindset thinking about my goals and my long-term aspirations. And so I just have things I want to really accomplish in 3 to 6 months, things I want to do in the year. I've already really made a lot of these goals happen. So I think there really is power in writing things down. my 5-year goals, my 10-year, and my lifetime goals. If anybody would be interested in seeing how I sort of came to these conclusions, I would love to film a video on that as well. And then just have a lot of lifetime goals, so it goes on and on. And then this is my girl gang section, which normally I have contacts in here, but I just haven't updated them this year. And I've been really fortunate to have a really robust Google Calendar and Slack channels that I really haven't needed to kind of write down anybody's information. But that's where that would go. And then I have another section divider, some more quotes. I have a tab that I've labeled Moolah. So this is my finance section. These covers, if I previously didn't mention it, are from Annie Plans printables, and I just have them before sort of sensitive information in order to kind of protect it. And this is just my check register, and then I have another one that has my savings account, and then I was trying to budget starting in January. I just flew off the wagon with Corona and just everything going on. And these are by Peanuts Planner Co. It's her 2-column list, which are very versatile. I've used these to write like pro and con lists for different choices and decisions, and I just get a lot of use out of this. I feel like there are so many ways to use inserts that it's always fun seeing what other people are doing. So if you'd like a video on kind of how I use certain inserts for multiple purposes, be sure to let me know down below. And then that's the back of this Annie Plans printable. This is my hustle section, which is more about like career, academia, but not schedule based. This is more sort of goal oriented, if that makes sense. This is again an Annie Plans printable that I think it's the collab with Ribbon and Nib, but I just printed it in grayscale, sort of to match my theme. I just have sort of an overview of all the courses I have to take to acquire my my degree. I'm studying neuroscience, so these are just all of the things that were required to take. I've gotten through a lot of them. I'm going to be a junior in the fall, so I'm really, really excited about having more versatility in my schedule and acquiring this degree come 2022. And then these are all the classes for my minor. It's a really cool minor in scientific commercialization, so all about how people commercialize scientific discovery, and I think it really goes well with you know, my future aspirations, going to med school, going to business school, things like that. So these are all the 5 courses that you have to take for that. And then these are just requirements for med school. I haven't crossed them off. If there's just a check mark by some, it means that I've like registered for them or they're in progress. But when things are done, I will fully highlight it with my zebra mild liner. And then I just have more sort of pages. And then these are just lists. This is the 2 horizontal boxes from Peanuts Planner Co. insert. And these are just lists of things I have in my dorm, just so that like if ever I were to lose something, or when I, you know, take my stuff to storage over the summer months, I know kind of what's what and what I have, and sort of if I want to refurbish anything or go to the grocery store, what do I need, sort of thing. And then this is just the back of that Annie Plans cover. This is another section cover. This tab says Laurenn, which is just anything pertaining to myself online, so like YouTube, Instagram, things like that. This is an Annie Plans and Fox and Pip collab insert, which I really, really love. So it just has like things that I wanted to do for Instagram. I love that you can like take notes over here, make a checklist, have a header. It's a really, really great insert. So I highly recommend this one. I did print this in grayscale once again, just to match my aesthetic. And then this is a yearly pullout from one of the yearly Peanuts Planner Co. bundles that I had really good intentions to use as a content tracker, but I have just fallen off the wagon of posting on Instagram. It seemed just really trivial with a lot of this stuff going on, but I'm really happy to be back and sharing. So I hope to use this for the second half of the year. This is my whatevs tab that I made. And so this is just another one of those Annie Plants covers. And then this is all of the inserts that I own. I had, wanted to put like different categories up here, but I'm still thinking about what I kind of want to say. I was gonna say like, downloaded. I have them saved on my PC. I have them cut. I have them printed. I have them punched and ready to go, and just sort of use it as just like an inventory system, but I haven't really settled on that. I thought this is her categorized list insert, Peanuts Planner Co's, and I'm just using it to track all the inserts I own. And then if they're not Peanuts Planner Co., I've sort of listed where they're from. So yeah. And then I have this hair tracker, which I really, most of the places were closed. With the start of coronavirus, I haven't been washing my own hair at home. So I haven't really needed to use this, but I just have, a wash, a blow dry, how much it was, if I tipped, if they cut my hair, etc. And then this is just my shopping list, my planner wish list, my personal wish list, my add to planner sort of list. Sorry about the dog barking. And then this is the 2-column list, and then another Moterm insert, and then just another sort of cover from Annie Plans. And then this is a stencil from Michael's that I broke in half, and so I've put this half that I use the most in here. Like, I use the little legs of the cart, the shopping cart, to do a lot of my like trackers. If I need a circle, I use the heart a lot. So it's a very versatile stencil. And then this is sort of the last section cover, which I sort of use as a flyleaf to sort of pull everything to the front. And it's got some really, really inspirational quotes that these are probably my 2 favorites that I found on Pinterest. And so that's the end of my planner. I have changed the rings out, if I didn't already say so, to be 26 millimeters, but I'm really, really wanting 30. I just don't think they'd really fit well in this style of cover. But I have tons and tons of covers to choose from. I have a nice red one from Moterm, a red croc, which is like a really old style, a gray croc, which is an old style, a white, a light gray. So I definitely have my fair share of covers. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I'll see you in my next one. As always, please connect with me online. I'll leave my links down below. And happy planning!